It's almost May. This is insane. It's almost May. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are in the world. I hope you guys are staying safe, and I hope you guys are doing something to keep yourself occupied. To be 100% honest with you, the support you guys have been giving me on the videos the past couple of months has been absolutely amazing. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. If you guys could continue that by hitting the like button, hitting that subscribe button, dropping a comment, follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you haven't already. All that stuff means the world to me. I'm sure you guys see these sitting behind me here, the Unions. They're sitting behind me in most of my videos actually. I really like them. It's one of my favorite pairs of shoes, and I was lucky enough to get them for free with a video I did with StockX a couple of years ago, like right around when they released, a year and a half ago I guess. And it's one of the favorite shoes that I own in my collection, but I didn't actually ever buy these ones. Same with some other shoes in my collection that I absolutely love. My off-white Chicago's, didn't actually buy those. Got those for free as well for doing a video, which was awesome. But I wanted to take a look today at the 5 sneakers that I have the best memory about buying. This isn't a top 5 sneakers in my collection. This isn't even a top 5 sneakers that I necessarily really like the design of. This is the experience behind buying them, what I really remember, because for me, sneakers are cool. I mean, yeah, they look cool, it's nice to wear on your feet, except the memories that I've made through them are way more valuable. If I could choose either having the sneakers and being able to wear them, or being able to have all the experiences that I've had around them, I would pick the experiences 10 times out of 10. Today I wanted to go back over the last 7 or 8 years of my life. Wow, it's been a long time. 7 or 8 years of my life, and really take you back on some of the best sneaker releases that I was ever a part of, whether it's a pair of shoes that I love or a pair of shoes that I maybe even don't own anymore. I just really remember the release and had an amazing time at the release, whether it was because it was a fun lineup or it was a great experience around it. Now, if you guys have any releases that you really had a good experience at or have crazy memories, good or bad, let me know down in the comment section below as well. I'm not going to be putting in releases where there was like a big fight or releases where the cops came or anything like that. Number 1, because I want to make this like a positive and exciting list, and number 2, because I just did a video last week about my favorite fights at sneaker releases, and if you guys want to go check that out, there should be a button right there, and you guys can go watch like I think 5 fights in 3 different countries over shoes. This is in no particular order at all. I'm just going off my gut, going off what I remember and what is near and dear to my heart. First off, we are going for the Jordan 4 Toro Bravos. I have bought hundreds of pairs of Jordans in my life, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe even getting close to 1,000 pairs of Jordan sneakers that I have purchased in my life. But it all started with buying my first pair of Jordan Retros on, I think it was like July 13th, 2013. It would have been right after I started my YouTube channel. When I wasn't taking YouTube seriously, I was just uploading a video here and there for fun. I wanted to buy a pair of Jordan Retros. I had seen other people purchasing Jordan Retros. I didn't even know how to get them. I was like, oh, I go on all these websites and they're all sold out. How do I get them? Like, why aren't they available for purchase? I didn't even get that things sold out, that it was supply and demand. I mean, back in 2013, every Jordan release sold out on release morning, every single weekend. It wasn't like today where Jordans and even Yeezys now sort of sit around for a couple days, and some Jordan Retros sit around for a couple months. Just Jordan Retros did not sit on the shelves. So as a, how old would I have been? 17. I was 17 years old. 16. I was only 16 years old. As a 16-year-old kid, I saved up some money. I helped my dad out with some stuff. I did some chores. I kept score at some local basketball games. When release morning came, I woke up so early. I was like, I don't want to sleep in. I can't sleep in. I think they released at 8 a.m. my time. So I woke up at probably 6 in the morning and just sat on my computer, just waiting. There was a countdown timer releasing in 5 minutes and 41 seconds, 5 minutes 40 seconds, 5 minutes 39 seconds. I was so excited, I couldn't take it. And then finally the counter got to 0, and the biggest fear and frustration of my young sneakerhead life hit me in the face. I hit add to cart, and it said error, could not add to cart. And I hit size 12, add to cart, and I got another error, could not add to cart. But it wasn't saying it was out of stock, so I kept hope. Now, me being 23 years old now, I would have given up back then. I don't care enough to spend 4 hours sitting at my computer clicking add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. I would have given up. I would have paid the extra $60, $70 resale to get them in hand as soon as possible. But back then I was determined. This was the first pair of Jordan Retros I was going to get, and I really wanted them. I sat on my computer, I kid you not, for 3.5, 4 hours clicking add to cart, getting that error, add to cart, error, add to cart, error, add to cart, error, over and over and over again, until finally I got them. $160, Jordan 4 Toro Bravos, will always hold a spot near and dear to my heart. I still have them in my collection, don't wear them nearly as much as I should. I should probably break them out a lot more. That's honestly a really, really good memory. My first ever Jordan Retro way back in 2013. It's crazy that that was 7 years ago already. Really, really mind-blowing. Now, the second one is a lot more recent. We are going back to, I believe, October of 2019, and I was just in Winnipeg on a typical evening. I was hanging out at my friend Eric's store, and we were actually just about to go out for dinner. It was my friend Eric, it was my friend Tommy, my friend Josiah, and his fiance Vanessa. We were just sort of hanging out in his store, and we were about to go get dinner. And then I picked up my phone and went on Instagram, and I had a notification from Livestock, the sneaker boutique in my city in Winnipeg, where I'm from, that they were doing a shock drop of the Travis Scott Jordan 6s. Now, I'm sure lots of you guys remember this, so I'll keep it short. It was amazing. I looked at my phone and shouted out like some half English sentence. I was like, they're dropping the Travis Scotts right now, let's go to Livestock. And I ran outside of the store without saying anything. I got in my car, I phoned Eric and explained in better English what was happening. Thankfully, I was like 3 minutes away from the store. I got there, I was second or third in line, I think, and it must have been 7 or 8 o'clock by the time I got there, and I stood in line until they opened up the store at midnight. It was freezing. We got some freak blizzard in October, which, I mean, Winnipeg is cold, but it's not like that. Getting snow in October is bizarre and does not happen. And we had a blizzard the night that I had to stand outside. I had some plans with a friend that I was supposed to be doing later that night as well. My phone died while I was in line, so I couldn't even text them and cancel. I was standing in line and there was no way I was leaving. I mean, keep in mind, at this time, the Travis Scotts were reselling for $1,000, and I wanted a pair to make a video of. I didn't know if I wanted to keep them or not, but there was no chance I was going to pay $1,000 for them. So if I wanted them, that was my chance to get them. Oh wow, that was so much fun. It was terrible. I couldn't feel my feet by the end of the night. I remember walking back to my car and like limping because my feet were numb. They were just frozen. What a good night though. All my friends were there. We were just hanging out, waiting for the shoes to come out. The weather was terrible, but it was really good. I don't think I've ever told this one on camera. This one's really, really cool, and it brings back great memories for me, but I don't think I've ever told this one on camera. This happened really 2 or 3 weeks before I started my YouTube channel back when I was 16 years old. And it was really one of the catalysts, I think, for me getting into YouTube and wanting to share my passion for stuff and creating videos. And I'm really, really glad it happened. I was in American history, a high school course where we learned about American history, and the course is an elective, except there's a really good teacher that taught it, and we got to go on this trip to Boston and Philly and New York and Washington DC and Williamsburg, and not Williamsburg, Brooklyn, but Williamsburg and Virginia. That was the year I really started getting into sneakers. I started following all the releases, I started following all the different brands, the different colorways, and what models were coming out. I started watching some other YouTubers like Hess Kicks and Nightwing and Jumpman Bostic. I really wanted a pair of LeBron 10s. I thought they looked so cool. I was seeing so many people make videos about them, and they looked so comfortable. They had this giant air unit on the bottom, and I needed to get a pair, except I was really picky about the colorways. So when I saw that the Miami Dolphin LeBron 10s were coming out the day before we were going to New York, I was like, oh my goodness, this is the one. LeBron releases, Kobe releases, KD releases, they sold out and they resold. It's not like now where everything goes on sale. Every LeBron release, every KD release, Kobe releases, they sold out. They were gone. They were hard to get. You had to enter raffles to get these Nike basketball shoes. I thought they were gonna be sold out, and I was really freaked out, but we pulled up in New York on our school's tour bus and got out. I think they let us out at Times Square. I really want to say they let us out at Times Square. This is my first time ever in New York. I remember I had already Google mapped Times Square. I saw there was a Foot Locker and I saw there was a Champs, and I was like, oh my goodness, we are set. We are going to Foot Locker Times Square and we are going to get these LeBrons. I think it was a different location than it is now, because as far as I remember, there's only 1 floor, and now Foot Locker has 2 floors in Times Square, so it might have been a different retail space than it is now. but we went to Foot Locker and they were sitting right there on the shelf, and I lit up like a little kid. Like, I remember, oh my goodness, I need a size 13 of those. LeBron's fit really small, so I couldn't fit a size 12. I got a size 13, I threw them on my feet, I tried them on, I was just freaking out like a little kid. I was so giddy, and oh my goodness, they were $180. After tax, I remember they were $191, I believe, because there's some sort of like footwear tax. No, they were $197.36. I remember that. I could go find the receipt in the shoebox. I still have them. I have so many good memories associated with that one, especially though. First time being in New York, obviously the city that I live in now and absolutely love. That really started my passion for buying sneakers on release date and getting the new popular models. That's the first one that I did. The first pair of Yeezys I've ever bought, it used to be a way bigger deal to buy a pair of Yeezys than it is now. I mean, they didn't come out every week. They resold for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands of dollars, not $50, $60 over retail like they do now. And I really wanted to get a pair. I wanted to be in that exclusive club, which I admit, in hindsight, I sort of bought into the hype of it. And there's no reason to be spending that much on a pair of shoes, except I was 20 at the time, I believe, and I just started getting flown out to sneaker cons. It was really, really exciting. I was going to my second sneaker con ever, and I got to the point where I was making decent money off of YouTube. For being 20 years old, I was making more money than my friends were at their jobs, that's for sure, and I felt really proud of myself, and I wanted to reward myself. I was still living at home. I didn't really have any expenses, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get a pair of Yeezys. So I went around SneakerCon Charlotte. Bullet RC was there, Tony D2 Wild, Name Brand, Kais, I think Blazendary was there as well, and I found a pair of the Red Stripe 350 V2s, size 13. They fit a little bit snug, and I like 13s better in Yeezys than I do size 12. $540, I think. I think I paid $540, and I was questioning my sanity the entire time. I remember I bought them and I was like, what did I just do? What did I just do? What did I just do? I just spent $540 on a pair of shoes. Thankfully, they were 100% real. I still have them in my collection. I don't think I'll ever sell those, even though I don't wear Yeezys that much. Once again, it's just the symbolism of me finally being able to treat myself to something nice and being able to live off of what I enjoy doing, making these YouTube videos. It was a nice step in my career, if you can even call it that, because I mean, this is the best job in the world. I don't think of anything I do as work. I love doing it, but if you can consider it work, that was definitely a bit of a milestone. Here they are, the Jordan 1 Breads. These things are nice. I mean, what else do I need to say about them? They're a little bit dirty. I should probably hit these with a sneaker wipe or some sneaker cleaner or something, but they're still in good shape if you ask me. I love wearing these things. I got a little bit of, I hate to see that. It's starting to drag through on the back, but what can you do? That's what happens when you wear and enjoy a pair of sneakers. So these came out in 2016, I think like end of September, maybe even beginning of September, and it was still pretty nice out. The weather was nice, and I really wanted to get a pair. I phoned up my friend Name Brand, who's another YouTuber if you don't know him, and I said, dude, let's go line up for these shoes. I really want to get a pair. Let's go there early as possible. Let's get there at like 11 p.m. the night before. I talked to the guys at Champ Sports, and it was a really, really limited run. They had 8 pairs that they were getting for the entire city. One Champ Sports in the entire city had 8 pairs. I was determined to get a pair of these. I was like, I want a pair of these so much. I didn't have any classic, like really, really, really classic Jordan 1s. I didn't have Shadows, didn't have Black Toes, didn't have Royals, didn't have Chicagos, anything like that. This was gonna be my pair of classic OG Jordan 1s that I was gonna put in my collection. I could not wait to get them. So we showed up at the mall at 8 p.m. and I was 8th in line. No, wait. I was 7th in line, and Brandon was 8th in line, and we stood there all night, and more people came behind us, and we were trying to be nice to them. We were like, guys, just so you know, there's only 8 pairs and you're 38th in line and it's 3 in the morning. Just maybe go home and don't waste your entire night and most of your morning sitting here. I just remember finally getting into the mall and lining up, and the manager at Champs, Dave, handed me a raffle card, or like a little card where you write the size, like I guess a guaranteed ticket with size 12 on it, and my face lit up. I was so excited. I was like, wow, I finally got a pair of Bred Jordan 1s, and it's crazy to think how excited I was Now, I mean, I've worn them for years and it's just, you know, it's something I own now. I'm not as excited when I hold it as I was back then because it's a beat up pair of shoes that I like to wear, and that's what it is to me now. But back then it was like a big accomplishment to finally be able to get a pair of OG Jordan 1s and in the best colorway ever. So yeah, this is a great looking shoe, but I think this is also my favorite shoe just because of the memory behind it. I don't know, those are my 5 favorite sneaker releases. I honestly really enjoyed talking about them with you guys. If you haven't already, make sure to let me know what your favorite sneaker release memory is, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was a little bit slower sit down type video, and I don't know, I'm just in a good mood. Honestly, I'm in a good mood after talking about all of that stuff, and I hope that cheered you guys up a little bit as well. I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video, so until then, peace.